Statistics show 1 out of 6 people in the world will be affected by this condition once in their lifetime. Every 6 seconds, a person dies from this as well. Strokes are one of the most feared conditions among middle-aged men, even affecting people in their 20s and 30s. Now, Dr. Chang Kyung-sul is a neurosurgeon who focuses on surgery for stroke patients.
If one day you find yourself unable to walk straight and lopsided to one side, if you suffer from severe headaches as if you've been hit by something on the head, or if you find your arms and legs limp and weak, in that moment you may have fallen victim to a stroke.
It hits you when you're least expecting it, but the buildup of symptoms is slow, so it's like a silent killer.
Many patients have been at the doorstep of death due to strokes, and finding ways to treat them at the operating table has been Dr. Chang Kyung-sul. A female patient in her 60s who suffered from a stroke 5 years ago is visiting Dr. Chang Kyung-sul after a recovery.
All of a sudden, my body just wouldn't listen to me, and I heard strange sounds in my ear. And then I just lost it. I don't remember what happened after that.
A stroke occurs when the blood supply to the brain is cut off, causing neurological damage. It is largely categorized into cerebral infarction, caused from blood clots, and cerebral hemorrhage, when an artery in the brain bursts. Once you experience a stroke, the brain cells begin to die at a rapid pace, leaving severe damage to the brain. This can cause unwanted after effects such as language disorders and paralysis in the body.
Some of the main risk factors when it comes to strokes are high blood pressure, diabetes, and hyperlipidemia. Other than that, findings suggest people who are under a lot of stress or smoke are particularly subject to cerebral infarctions.
In the case of cerebral hemorrhage, if the bleeding is limited, it can be treated using drugs. But if it's significant, the hematoma must be removed through surgery. In the case of cerebral infarction, blood clots are dissolved using medication, or they need to be mechanically removed to reopen the artery. When dissolving the clot, it takes roughly 2 to 3 hours, but it can also come with side effects such as an eruption in blood vessels. But in the case of mechanical removal, it can reopen the blood vessel in an hour, and the risks of side effects are low. In 2011, this hospital introduced a more advanced method of removal. By inserting a small net in the clogged blood vessel and then opening it up, the net is able to carry the blood clot out with it.
Because we're mechanically inserting things into the blood vessels to reopen it, the most important part is making sure no damage is done. So it's a very sensitive process. I always make the best of efforts to keep things detailed and preserve the blood vessels while only extracting the blood clot.
The success rate at this hospital for mechanical removal now stands at over 90%. And not only that, a team of some 50 medical staff work together to expedite the process.
I didn't experience anything odd after receiving surgery. I'm fine at work, when I'm taking care of chores at home, and when I'm driving. Dr. Zhang really saved my life.
The most important element in dealing with strokes is swift treatment, but what's even more important is prevention.
People with diabetes, high blood pressure, hyperlipidemia, and also smokers need to be more aware about strokes and visit the hospital to receive checkups. By doing that, we can identify the risks and prescribe medication. This helps prevent strokes by roughly 70 to 80%, so it's important to get checked out.
Dr. Chang Kyung-sul is known for restoring blood vessels in the brain and saving people's lives, and his efforts for better treatment will continue.